Hello there. I am apologizing. I'm on my uh, computer again because my phone was getting funky. I don't know what it is that's doing it, but it would not get started with the video. So here I am with the computer video, and I've got some stuff to share today. Whew, I started decorating. I know it's kind of sometimes it's challenging to start decorating when there won't be anybody coming to see the decorations. There won't be anybody warming the home with their presence. Not this year. The CDC is now even recommending that we use our masks if other people in our household go out into the world and come back, that everyone should wear their masks. So the only person that I had come into that I had to put my mask on for today was our dear friend Laura, who works at the campground, and she was kind enough to come and help me hang the high stuff. There were days when I would teeter totter, probably on a stack of books on top of a little stool or chair so that I could reach the high places. But when you get a little older and you know that science, which I trust, um, tells you your bones are going to get brittle, I do not want to risk a broken bone. So she came over and did the high parts for me. I'm just really getting into the process. The tree is not decorated yet, but there are some things going up that I will be showing you in a few minutes. What I want to share with you first is a tradition of ours in the Polish tradition. We have this, and this is does not look right to me. This is wisnawka, and it is a cherry flavored liqueur. Except the one I'm accustomed to is very dark red and very cherry flavored. This is cherry flavored. So we'll see what I have in just a minute when I take a sip. But it's usually very syrupy, and this does not look like it's going to be very syrupy, but we shall see. So, uh, in the Polish tradition, we would say "Nastrovia." So we'll be having the holidays. This is my own little personal happy hour thing. So let me taste it, see what we got. Ah, it's a tad bit more powerful than the one I'm used to, but it is very cherry flavored. Ooh, and I can feel it going down and warming my little chest. And that's a good thing because today is a very stay home, stay inside kind of day. It is gray and gloomy, and the it's snowing and raining and sleeting, and I don't think I'm gonna be going out the door anytime soon. So how nice to stay in. But I'm gonna be very intimate with you today. I'm going to share with you, and you have to know this takes a lot of courage. I'm going to share with you the current condition of my home as I am getting ready to decorate. Now, what I'd like to do is be able to flip my screen, but I don't know how I can do that. Let me just mess with the buttons, and I don't think that did it. Anybody know how to flip the screen? Because I would sure want to. Well, I'm gonna have to do it the other way and show you. Nope, I'm not getting any signals here. Oopsie, there you are again. There I am again. All right, I don't see anything showing me how. Nobody's telling me in comments. So here we go. I'm about, let me just try this button here. You know, you just keep trying buttons and you see if anything. Nope, 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 nope. I don't see any of those little signs that tell me I can flip the screen. Okay. Oh, okay. Cheryl, do you know how to flip my screen so I could show everybody my house without, oh well, c'est la vie. We're going to work it out. But the reason I said I'm going to be very intimate and show you my home is it's a mess. But what I wanted to show you is the before, okay? So that way you can enjoy the after when it's done. And maybe I'll learn how to flip my screen by then and be able to show you without making a mess. Okay, so here we go. Stand up, and it's a mess. I'm warning you. Okay, I'm coming toward my kitchen. And if I stand over here, oh my God, look at that. There's boxes and containers with ornaments, and everything is quite cluttered. All that is going to be gone tomorrow. But I wanted you to see this. This is my little, and I wanted to show you this. I've only started it, as you can see. But you know, I have a tiny tree. So because I have a tiny tree, I can't have a lot of ornaments. So because it's tiny, I have a lot of ornaments. So if you'll see, I'm hanging them on garland. You can see that on this big garland here. I hope you can see that. For me, my screen is like gone out, but that's a garland with ornaments hanging on it. And then over here, my tree's naked. Well, not quite all naked. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, my finger wasn't over the microphone. Apparently, when I walk away from it, you can't hear. I can't see and do everything. But anyway, so here's my little tree. And if you look out the window, there is ugliness. It's raining snow. It would be pretty if it was just fluffy snow, but it's not. So I don't know if you got the part. Oh, and this is my little one. Oh, I guess I have to do this. That's my little garland over. I don't know if you're seeing that well, but that's my little garland that goes over to my room. And you see the two little gingerbread men. Those are my sons. And those were done in, I think, 1977. And whew, there we go. Those are my twins. So I don't know what you got to see of that, but I hope you could enjoy it. It's hard sometimes to, you know, to try to be in the Christmas spirit when you don't feel it and everything in the world is looking kind of dark. But we have to remember that's how it looked, you know, when Jesus was born, right? It did. It did. So are your decorations up? I decided I am going to leave them up this time until um, until the end of January. Usually I leave them up till the Epiphany, but I'm leaving them up till the end of January because I I want to I want to be able to enjoy them. Can you imagine taking them out for less than a month? No. I mean, I used to transform my whole house. I had the garland like you saw, and I would get that the little hangy tinsel till I found out that's not good for our environment, so I stopped that. And you know those little icicles. And before that, when we were kids, the icicles were actually, brace yourself, they were made out of lead. That's true. They look like aluminum foil, but they actually had lead in them. Oh, they were beautiful, deadly, but beautiful. One year, my mom, who was a great perfectionist in that department, clearly I didn't get that gene, but my mom had a tree one year. God bless her heart. She spent 3 days, I think, decorating her tree. And it was basically all icicles. And this was the kind that really, they had a little bit more weight to them and they would shimmer. And she put them just like all you could see was the icicles. It was like a tree that was dripping in sparkly, shimmery silver. That was a deal. And we also had something that I'm not sure they make it anymore, but they probably make it somewhere and you can probably get it somewhere. But it was called angel hair. Do you remember angel hair on your tree? You know what it was? Angel hair was spun glass, real spun glass, and kind of like a fiberglass thing, only it was long, long, and it looked like cotton candy, but you had to be so careful when you put it on. Now, an intelligent person would have worn gloves to put it on. I don't ever remember putting on gloves to put on the angel hair, though. And you would coat your tree. You would very, very carefully unfold this spun glass. And then you'd start at the top of the tree and you would pull it gently and pull it gently and spread it and put it all around the tree. And it was kind of like it looked almost like a spider web. And then after you had it very carefully put all around the tree, when you put the lights on, every light like kind of made a spiral of light, almost like it had a some sort of a circular spider web underneath it. It was gorgeous, and it was painful and picky and itchy when you were done. And of course, then after the holiday, you had to take that stuff off. And it was quite the nightmare. I'll have to look online and see if there is any. I'm not buying any, but it would be kind of interesting to see if it's still out there. You also had to be real careful of the icicles so that the icicles, not the angel hair. Of course, you have to be happy with the careful with the angel hair, but with the icicles that your cat did not eat them. They were bad on many levels. So I did not use those after a while. When I didn't have cats, it wasn't a problem. But for most years, we usually had a cat. And we'd have to keep them out of the tree. Oh, yes, we've had the cats that got into the trees, but most of them didn't. They just weren't, they were more fascinated with the balls that might be at the bottom, you know. So I know that decorating is a big pain in the neck, especially if nobody's going to be enjoying the decorations, but it will do it for you. You don't have to do it for anybody else but yourself. And when you look at the decorations, don't hold sad thoughts, hold happy thoughts. When I look at those little gingerbread men that are my boys they made them in 1977, by 87, 97, 2007, 2017. Oh my goodness, they're 43 years old. What are they worth to me? You don't have enough money to buy them. And that's a fact. Those are the things that really matter. Well, at least those are the things that really matter to me. And what some people think are pretty balls and baubles on their tree, on my tree, it's joyful days. Tomorrow, when I have more on the tree, I will be happy to share that. It may be tomorrow. No, 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 no. I'm taking tomorrow off. Mhm. I think so. I think I'm taking tomorrow off. I'll let you be on your own and do your own decorating. And I would love it, love it, love it if you would share some of your decorations. You can post a picture in the comments section. I'd love to see your decorations as well. And I'd love to hear your stories about Christmas trees and decorations and amusing stories of things that have happened over the years. I had one experience where we'd bought the Christmas tree and put it up, and every year I I had a live tree at that time. I haven't had a live tree in a lot of years. I went from live trees to artificial trees to trees with root balls so they could be planted, back to artificial trees. Well, this was a live tree and it was very nice. It was blue spruce. And we put it up and decorated it. And one day I was jogging up the stairs to get something. And almost with every step, I heard, what is that? And it was coming from the tree. And I went over by the tree and I looked down, and on the tree skirt was nothing but pine needles. They were falling off. And I'm like, what happened? Well, come to find out, someone in the house thought it would be very funny if they mixed salt in with the sugar. Okay. And so if you did what I used to do, which is put sugar and water in the basin underneath the tree to feed it, and somebody put salt in the sugar, well, what happened was the tree died. Only had it one day, and it just so happened that a couple of days later was my Christmas open house. Now, this is something that, think about it this year, and you can plan it for next year. The planning for next year is what will make this year uh, acceptable, tolerable, even on the tough parts. The very first year I was married, I put up my tree, and we didn't have uh, we didn't have a fireplace. I lived in a mobile home. It was my first. It was 35 by 10, I think. It was a tiny little love nest in Southington, Connecticut. And so, of course, I didn't have a fireplace. So back when I was very small, my mom would put up a cardboard fireplace. She'd buy it, it'd come in this big box, and you'd take it and you'd assemble it. And so I had decided, oh, I wonder if they still make those. So I got that cardboard fireplace. I asked my husband at the time, and if he would set it up, and he had his friend George with him. And they kept fooling around with it, fooling around with it, and it wasn't getting done, and it wasn't getting done. And then finally, they read the instructions. Oh, brilliant idea. Read the instructions. And soon my little tree was my little tree was right next to my little fireplace. And it was so cute. And nobody came to see it. Well, I was working, my husband was working. Never thought to actually invite anyone. And I decided that day that was never going to happen again. From that day, for at least probably 25 years, I had an open house on the excuse me, the Saturday and Sunday before Christmas. So what I would do is I wrote out Christmas cards to all my friends, and at that time we sent out a lot of Christmas cards. Today, not many. I don't send out. If you don't get a Christmas card, don't be surprised. I don't send them. Um, I send maybe sometimes I'll send an electronic one, but on every card I would give the dates and the basic hours of the open house. I'd cook a lot. I'd have stuff ready to just pop in the oven. People would come and go, and it was beautiful. And I did it for those many years until I moved out of state, and then I don't think anybody was going to buy a plane ticket to come to California to come to my Christmas open house. Yes, this year there won't be any Christmas open house. I did have a couple since I've been back, so I will say that for quite a number of years I didn't. Then I said, wait a minute, I want to go back to my open house. I kind of did it here and there. And then when I was working and having the church and everything, I got kind of busy. And then when I retired, I've had a couple since then. But it's just so nice. Just invite your friends over, come hang out. Later on in this season, I'm going to be doing a Zoom uh, a Zoom open house, I think, and just have some invite some friends to come and sit on the computer and tell our Christmas stories. So that was the story of the sugar in the salt in the sugar bowl Christmas tree. I told you the other day about the Princess Pine Christmas tree. So clearly I've had a few adventures. And I'll bet you've had some too. And I hope you are decorating, even if nobody's going to see it, because you will. See, that is the spirit of Christmas, the real meaning, the lights that take our hearts to dance and the remembrance of having the hope and the joy of a child. And we can have that. And even the flavor of my little rather, you know what? And the thing is, I drink alcohol, like I have my daily wine, but I drink this kind of stuff so rarely. This bottle will probably last me 6 or 7 years. I'm not kidding. Even if I have company with little tiny glasses like this, um, yeah, it'll last. So if I had my way, I'd exchange it and say, whoops, sorry, I got the wrong one. I didn't buy it. I ordered it from my local package store and they delivered. And so, oh well, cheers. Oh, and the salt sculpture's coming along. I think I showed you the other day. I don't know if I finished painting it. That's my little fireplace. And I ordered some nail polish, clear nail polish. I'm going to put on it to seal it because I don't want to get a can of spray stuff and it's going to be 16 degrees tomorrow. Who wants to go out and spray anything in that? I also made little teeny, I want to show it again. There you go. You can see it easy. These are salt sculptures and I made five, one, two, three, four, five, six of them. And I'm going to send them to Tristan and they're going to represent his two somewhat siblings, his aunt and uncle actually, his grandparents, and Nana. And I got him a teeny tiny tree. So he's going to be able to hang his special ornaments that he made with Nana, and Nana painted and made special and put those on his tiny tree. You see, Christmas is going to be what you make it. And I am making mine just fine. Now, I wanted to share with you today a couple of our Christmas joys. Today's a very kickback day. See, because I've been so busy decorating, I didn't have this wonderful realm of information to inspire you. But isn't the point hanging out with a friend anyway? Isn't that what we're doing? Do feel free to put in those little comments, be a part of the conversation. So I know you're there and we're enjoying it together. Okay, where did I leave off yesterday? Okay, we did the family photograph thing. I'm thinking I'm going to do my little picture thing. Okay. Now, well, here's one that ain't going to happen. Make an effort to attend every Christmas party you're invited to, even if you can stay only a few minutes. Nope, I'll be right here. Ah, well, that's funny. If you have small children, place your children's stuffed animals under the Christmas tree as a welcoming committee for Santa. Oh, and here's a really good one, and we really need it this year. Adopt a needy family for the holidays. Let members of your family buy a present for the person closest to their own age. You know, not just for Christmas, but over the years, my kids will tell you it's back as far as you can remember. I always wanted to connect one on one with other people. And there was a program back 50 years ago called the Box Project. And the idea with the Box Project is you would pack up a box of things to send a family that was beyond needy, that was more, really into poverty. And you would just make up a box to send them that had stuff in it for the family to enjoy. And I had such fun. The kids and I packed the boxes together. And I think our boxes went to Jackson. It could have been Mississippi, but I maybe it was Jackson. I know that there's another Jackson. It's like there's Springfield in every state, but this I think it could have been Jackson, Mississippi. And the kids really kind of got into helping to send something. What a great way to teach them about sharing. This year, and here's a good one for you. You can, if you haven't gotten a catalog for the Heifer Project, you can go online and you can pick things to send to another country. That is generally, you could send them a heifer, you could send them a dozen chicks, you could send them some geese. And so, what you do is you help them to establish their own little farm business. Um, don't forget, yeah, we take care of ourselves, charity begins at home, but we want to support the entire planet because the planet, in reality, is our home. So it's so fun because you can pick out if you want to buy a portion of a llama or a goat or a whole goat or whatever, and they will use the goat to get to have milk and make cheese and lots of good stuff like that. So think about that, getting something to send to others around the world. Okay. This is a good one, and we can do this right now. We can do it right now, today, right now. Fill your house with the holiday fragrance of cloves, orange peel, and cinnamon sticks simmering on the kitchen stove. Oh, the holiday fragrance. No chemicals, no aerosols, nothing unnatural, just a wonderful fragrance in your home, even if it's just for you. I think I'm going to leave it there for today because, believe it or not, we've gone overtime already. I hope you've enjoyed our visit today. May not have been terribly informative, but I sure hope you had fun because I had fun sharing my stories with you. Do feel free to add your comments Share. Let us know how you're doing. Have a great day. Tomorrow, let's rest. And I will see you Monday with some more stories, maybe a story. Who knows? Santa's elves know. No, Monday. See you Monday. Till then, go hang something up.